What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the solar production, we're going to cover the market, we're going to take a look at profits. We also need to talk about Sam Bankman-Fried not leaving the Bahamas, and GPU prices won't increase from tariffs. And then we're going to take a look at the latest headlines from Cointelegraph. Also going to talk about some controversy over the 7900 XTX and the XT. And then lastly, I want to take a look at all of these mineable coins and where they are at compared to their all-time highs and what they need to hit in order for you to make $5 a day on a 3070. So do me a favor, hit the like and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Let's jump straight into the solar array. So just wanted to give you guys an update. Today was a pretty good day, no clouds, still didn't hit over 4,000. Looks like we got about 3,800 watts or so, and we are currently sitting at 1,800 kilowatt hours produced so far, and that's not bad considering we started in October and we're sitting in roughly about the middle of December. But yeah, so far 1,800 watts, or excuse me, 1,800 kilowatt hours has saved me about $250 on my electric bill. So yeah, still satisfied with the purchase. Would like to see a little bit more production out of the solar panels, but I'm sure we'll get there at some point. Anyways, moving on, let's talk about the crypto market. So right now, we have a little bit of a dip, and the time of recording of this video is about 6:45 p.m. December 19th, 2022 on Monday. Bitcoin is sitting at $16,487, down about 2% for the day, which is even more down than Ethereum right now. Ethereum sitting at 1172, down about 8% on the week. BNB is down to 243, which is almost 4% on the day. XRP is down almost 4% as well at 33.9 cents. Dogecoin at 7 cents. Cardano 25 cents, Polygon at 77 cents, Polkadot at $4.50. Let's see how TON is doing. I would imagine it's giving back some of the gains we had previously. Let's see here. TON coin sitting at 227, down 15% for the day. So if you guys were looking to sell some of your bags, you might have missed your chance there. That was a nice little pump. I think we got up to about $2.75 roughly. Anyways, let's take a look at Kaspa and a few of the others real quick. Alright, so Kaspa is down 8.8% right now at 0.0052. Let's take a look at Neoxa. Neoxa's up 11% at 0.00096. Not sure if they had some good news today. Let's take a look at the weekly. Okay, so it's just coming back up from a pretty significant dip here. And let's take a look at Radiant. So Radiant is up about 2.65%, sitting at 0.001256. Let's take a look at Flux. Flux is down about 5%, sitting at 0.43. So 43 cents, and it got down to just under 42 cents. All right, so let's take a look at what to mine. Now, somebody made a recommendation that we just cover a specific GPU instead of my farm. So I'm going to go that route with a 3070 for now. And if you guys feel differently, please let me know down in the comments below. So one 3070 at 10 cents per kilowatt hour at current profit and current values. Kaspa is coming in at negative 11 cents. And bear in mind, I am not changing the defaults here. So we're just going to go off of the defaults and what to mine. Ergo is sitting at negative 12 cents. Not too far off from Kaspa. Flux is sitting at negative 17 cents. ETHW sitting at negative 18 cents. Let's see if we can find Radiant. So Ravencoin negative 24 cents. Here we go. Radiant negative 1 cent. So not bad on Radiant. Well, actually it's terrible, but it's better than the others. Anyways, moving on. Let's take a look at a video that I saw from BitBoy today. So I think everybody was expecting extradition for Sam Bankman-Fried to come sometime in the near future. However, there's been some breaking news. So BitBoy was in the Bahamas. He was there with a group of people. They were there trying to get Sam Bankman-Fried arrested in the Bahamas. This was planned prior to his arrest. Once the arrest was made, they had to change their game plan. And so they're there for the extradition hearing. And listen to what happened during the hearing, or right before the hearing.
Have the U.S. charges. However, we went there on Saturday. Sunday morning, they arranged a special meeting for our people to come and actually file these reports, so they didn't take them Saturday. It's weird. 1 hour after we were up at the police station on Saturday, here comes the announcement that Sam Bankman-Fried is going to be extradited, and he's going to waive his rights. Well, Sunday, we go back up there. One of the ladies with us, Rebecca, she filled out a police report, got it signed, got it sent up. And so over this court hearing, you kept hearing them talk about a mysterious event that happened over the weekend and a mysterious document that the legal team for Sam Bankman-Fried had not seen yet. And so what it all boiled down to is this. We filed this police report. Rebecca has a document basically explaining his wrongdoing, and the court used that to stop the extradition. So technically what the legal counsel wanted for Sam Bankman-Fried is to view this document and be able to decide what to do from there. He wanted to talk to his lawyers in the United States. So what happens is that basically after we had to go to the courtroom twice, we come back in, and here's where it ends. Sam Bankman-Fried is begging his lawyer to let him out, begging him for this motion 17, and the lawyer says, no, we can't, we have to look at this document first and talk to your lawyers in the United States. So they arrange for everybody to leave the courtroom, and then to have this phone call. Well, while they're having this phone call, everybody leaves. The prosecuting attorney leaves. The last thing that the judge told Sam Bankman-Fried was, you're now remanded by the court. Remanded, I think that's the right word. Basically, where he was going to have to stay in court in the Bahamas. Now, Sam didn't understand this when he was hearing it. When he was hearing this, he took that to mean that he was going to get this call with U.S. lawyers, get to go back into court and get extradited. But that is not, in fact, what happened. Sam is actually staying in the Bahamas. I've been told they want to keep him here up to a year. Of course, we do know he has another hearing on February 8th. Now, the pressure in the United States, the U.S. is pissed. FBI is pissed. The IRS is pissed. They wanted him on that jet going back to the United States today. Now, the United States does have enough power to push Sam, or to push the Bahamian government here into forcing Sam to leave for the extradition. The United States does have that power. But the Bahamian government is pushing against this so much. Why? Well, if you watch a panel the other night, then you would know that.
So he goes on to speculate that the reason that the Bahamian government is not allowing Sam to leave is because they're trying to hold on to the money that's been confiscated, or the crypto. And one thing you need to know about the Bahamian jurisdiction is they don't allow gambling, and I believe this includes some form of trading crypto as well. So there were, I think, 1,500 different individuals that were supposed to receive funds from FTX whenever he opened up withdrawals for about 24 hours prior to filing the bankruptcy. And according to BitBoy, what he's saying is that they are essentially telling these 1,500 people that it's against the law for you to gamble on crypto, and for that reason, they're confiscating it. And he's insinuating that the Bahamian government is corrupt and they don't want people to know, but they're playing a bunch of games right now. Anyways, you know, it's all speculation at this point. I lean towards there being something amiss here, you know, as far as the United States being involved and filing the extradition prior to Sam Bankman being able to testify already seems shady as it is. So, you know, were they aware that this situation was going on with the Bahamas and they would plan to keep Sam there? I don't know, but I can tell you this. I don't see any good outcomes for Sam Bankman-Fried, whether that's, you know, him disappearing, him staying in the Bahamas, not being able to speak for himself in the United States. There's just way too many powerful people involved in this situation. And to be able to get information directly from Sam, I think is going to be extremely difficult. There's a lot of people that don't want him talking. What I'd really like to know is, where the hell is Caroline in all of this? You know, she was spotted in New York, and I haven't heard anything since. You know, is she cooperating? Does she plan on testifying against him? I wouldn't be surprised if we don't find her either. Um, Anyways, a lot of dark things going on, guys. So let's move on to talk about this tariff situation. So in a previous video, I had told you guys that the exclusions for tariffs on things like graphics cards was going to expire at the end of December, and there was some discussion about it getting extended, and it looks like that is the case. And according to this article from Tom's Hardware, GPU prices won't increase from tariffs, at least not for another 9 months. And that's basically, to summarize this whole thing, they extended it for 9 months, and that's going to save us from a 25% increase on tariffs. So I don't know, depending on how you look at this is a good thing or it could be a bad thing. So if you're trying to sell GPUs, then it's obviously not a good thing because it's 25% less expensive. But if you're trying to buy GPUs, then obviously that's a good thing because they're going to stay 25% less expensive. Anyways, moving on, let's cover some of the top headlines from Cointelegraph today. So we've got Sam Bankman-Fried agrees to U.S. extradition to put the customers right. Well, I don't think he cares too much about that. I think he cares a lot more about getting out of that particular prison. Bank of Canada emphasizes need for stable coin regulation as legislation is tabled. And then we've got 16,000 retest the most likely path for Bitcoin according to two derivatives metrics. And then we've got successful decentralization doesn't need blockchain, according to this particular person. And then crypto's regulatory fate will be decided in the year ahead. Now that one may be worth a read. I think a lot of things are coming to a head, and things are going to change in Congress at the beginning of the year. Republicans are taking back a lot of the power, and I would hope that some things get accomplished, but the way that the Senate is split and the House is split, who knows at this point. Seems like nothing gets done. It's just a bunch of arguing. Anyways, the next thing we got is from Tom's Hardware addressing controversy over RDNA 3 shader prefetching. So if you've got a 7900 XTX or an XT, I'm curious, are you having issues? Does it seem driver related? I'm seeing reports of things like, let's say for instance, a benchmark on a particular game. When it's launched, it performs, we'll say X, and then close it out, restart it, exact same circumstances, and benchmarks are coming in 20% lower than the previous benchmark. And then you restart it, and then it's 10% lower. Then you restart it, it's the same. And basically, we're not seeing consistency in performance. And there was a person who leaked something saying that, where was it? Kepler L2 basically was speculating that they're using the A0 revision. And if you're not familiar with what the A0 means, essentially it's like the first revision of that particular GPU die or that particular chip, and it's not completed, it's not refined, and it shouldn't be used for production purposes. However, AMD did directly address this particular leak, and they are saying that no, it is in fact things that are put there for future use. It's not that they're not capable of doing certain things right now. It's just that, as development comes, there's things that can be unlocked, so to speak. But I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. I am, like I said, seeing reports that there are some issues with the new 7000 series, but as far as mining is concerned, I'm sure we're still waiting on development with other miners to implement it. And it'll be interesting to see if we start to unlock some more hash rate. I think that there's a little bit left under the hood, but I guess time will tell. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is this spreadsheet that I created to help me figure out which coin has the most likelihood of doing the best in the next bull run, or which one is the best to mine now. Now, of course, there's a lot of different variables in this, but just based on the math, I wanted to see what it looked like in black and white. So, for example, we've got Kaspa is yielding about 35 coins per day on a 3070 at the current price of 0.005355. We know that that's not profitable, but what would it take to be making $5 a day? Well, it would have to be worth 0.14 or 14 cents per coin, which means that particular coin would have to 26x from where it's at right now in order for a 3070 to make us $5 a day. Also bear in mind, this does not include the cost of power. This is just pure revenue. So next we have Radiant, and then Flux, and then Ergo, Ravencoin, Neoxa, ETHW, ETH Classic, and NEXA. And I found some interesting things looking at this. So I find it interesting that NEXA has the least amount of multiples to get us to that $5 a day. You would only need about an 11x from the current price in order to make $5 per day on a 3070. And then in second place is going to be Radiant, followed by Flux, Ergo, and Ravencoin, Neoxa, then Kaspa, and then of course we've got ETHW and then ETH Classic. Now, to take it one step further, how far away are we from the previous all-time high? Now, something to bear in mind here, some of these are brand new coins, so obviously the all-time high wasn't that long ago. But as it stands right now, NEXA, for example, when it was launched, it was higher than this price, but just within maybe about a month after that, it climbed back up. And the same thing goes for Radiant. When it was launched, it was much higher, and then it crashed, and then it came back up about a month later, maybe a couple weeks later. And then also ETHW. When ETHW launched, it was like $130, but it was just an immediate downhill chart from there. And then I took the price that was its high essentially once we hit the merge. We got up to about $42. So what's surprising on this is Kaspa is closest to its all-time high at about 55% down, and then followed by Radiant is only about 51% down, and then NEXA is about 32% down from its all-time high. So two things to really take into consideration whenever you're speculating or mining at a loss potentially, as far as what coin you think stands the best chance in the next bull run. So I'm going to share this particular spreadsheet with you guys. I am going to make this editable also, so just bear in mind, if you edit this, everyone else who uses it from that point on is going to see the edited version. I am going to keep a master copy of it, but what I would recommend is just highlighting all of this, copying it, and pasting it into a new document, and then that way you don't have to edit the one that everybody else is going to use. But you know, things are going to change. So for example, the current price right now, by the time you guys are watching this video, will probably be different, as well as the yield of coin. So that will change the rest of these numbers, but at least you have the formula in the spreadsheet to make that happen. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this video. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and for those of you that have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so.